22-0, undefeated, 20 knockouts. The WBO Featherweight Championship of the World. And here we go with the first round of the fight. Both guys have the flashy trunks on. It's Naseem that's facing you. Watch the way he leans either way. He leans away from the guys, very awkward. You notice right away he's a southpaw, jabbing with that right hand. But Naseem, he wants to prove immediately that he can handle a world-class fighter. And you see right away it's all business from Medina, but he's already been put by a left hand to the missing Medina. You wonder how a guy as small as and the right-handed fighter in Medina that their front feet will get tied up. Naseem much more serious in the first round of this fight than he was, and Naseem seems to be all business that'll bother me in the ring. I'm strictly business. We're going to try to get to his body. He can do all the dancing he wants with his upper body, lean away, but I can get to his body. With the far superior opponents, including 3 fights with the IBF Featherweight Champion of the world, Tom Johnson. Both guys are slipping a bit out there, and again, there's a lot of water in the corner, so they're slipping a bit. Left hand doesn't hurt Medina. Wild with the right hand, bounces off the forehead. Almost like it's a schoolyard brawl. Southpaw goes pouring with the right hand, which is his jabbing hand. He does all kinds of unorthodox things. Look at him. Leans back, leans away, tries to taunt his guy, comes with the uppercut. Wow, with the left hand. Medina knows how to tie him up inside. Misses again with an awkward left hand. He can be surprised in the first round. You see, Medina can nail you. Watch this. Boom, boom, right there. Doesn't shake him up. Engel grabbed him and started training him to be a professional fighter, and he's turned out to be the colorful Prince Naseem Hamed. He's an extraordinary athlete. Have me explain to you too many more times about the showmanship of the Prince. Now it looks like he's got like an adrenaline flow going. He feels like he can catch this guy, and Medina is the first really world-class fighter that Hamed has faced. Now this is a big test for him. Referee Rodriguez from Chicago in the United States of America tells Medina, keep the hands up. Extensive 14. That's legal in Mexico. And Naseem fighting in the schoolyard since he was a kid of about 8 years old. So both guys have had a lot of interesting fights, I'd say. Naseem almost caught him with that right hand. See him coming back with a left. See that wild uppercut thrown by Naseem? And look at the way he does things. He plants his feet, he jumps at you with a left. How does he get his power? It's in his legs. We showed you that when we had that wide shot, the difference. See that there? There's another great shot that shows it. Look at the tiny little caps on Medina in comparison to Muhammad. The pride of Yemen. Oh, and they both go down. He got hit, and whether it was a headbutt or what it was, but he's cut and staggered all over the place. Counts up to 7, and he's taking the 8 count, and now he says walk towards him, and the Prince feels it. Referee lets it continue, and he attacks again. Wild with the right hand, and the Prince slips again on the slippery canvas. I can't tell exactly where the butt's coming from, but the bell ends round number 2. Medina 35 and landed 15, about the same within a percentage point of each other and how many they're landing. But the telling blow that split Medina's face open was that big shot that dropped him, and now Medina tries to nail. Long looping left hand, that's his power hand. Misses with the left hand that time. Medina tries to keep him off. The crowd really into this one. Nice shot inside. Prince turns his back to make it impossible to get hit. And then he's right back in his face again. Medina trying to use his reach advantage. In Dublin, Ireland, as the Prince, the pride of Europe in the featherweight division, is beginning to show that he's controlling the pace of this fight. Hamed's the kind of guy that everybody either loves or hates. With all the fighters that I know, he's the kind of guy that I really like. But he's certainly controlling the flow of this fight. Medina clips him, but he doesn't catch him flush. Genaro Rodriguez says, hey, you're not going to be able to hang on to the head and push him down, but that's exactly what he does again. The Prince knows what he's doing in there. When he gets inside, he has a tendency, and watch him, He'll grab the guy behind the head and push him down. Exactly what he's allowing Hammett to get away with. The Prince will continue to try anything he can. Oh, nice straight right hand that time by the Prince. Goes with the right hand lead. He's the southpaw, so he jabs with that right hand, and his power is in the left. Medina hasn't been able to land anything flush. But right now, he's got all he can handle with Manuel Medina. He's got to dispatch him before he goes into any of the big $1 million fights. Prince still with confidence, in control here as Medina tries to attack. And when Medina comes in and does anything, the crowd's really a buzz. It's kind of split between we're there to see him get hurt, the other half we're there to see him win. And it's the same thing with this crowd here. Medina trying to make a scrap of it, but it's so frustrating and so difficult to fight a guy that's this awkward and does so many strange things. In spite of the fact that he's had so many rounds sparring with Payet in the gym, nothing really prepares you for a scrap when the crowd's into it with a guy that's this awkward, this cocky, and this much of a showman. Golden trunks. Manuel Medina, former two-time featherweight champion of the WBC and IBF. Talk about conditioning and shape. Look at this guy, the way he moves on his feet. Comes with an awkward shot. Smiling at the guy, trying to taunt him now. And Medina swore he wouldn't be dragged into this sort of thing. But Medina also said he was going to go for body shots. Instead, he lands a good shot to the head. And again, you see Medina continues to score some punches here now. Clipped him again with the right hand. But this fight changes around in a hurry here. Scores again. Prince wild with that shot. Turns his back and walks away. By the way, that's illegal. Guy is not supposed to turn his back on opponents. And if there was any question before about him winning this round, he's winning this round. That's Medina's round. However, Naseem is still out in front in the fight because he dumped Medina in the second round. And that's about the difference in the fight. And he certainly has to start landing more punches. Looks straight on his feet, but look at the punches he's missing. Wow, with that left hook. And that's the power hand that he's been able to get away with so many opponents. But opponents like, said, this is what I do for a living, and I don't know any of them either. But those are the kind of guys he's been beating. On the other hand, when you take a look at the record of Medina and you hear some of the names that he's been fighting, like Alejandro Gonzalez, Tom Boom Boom Johnson, a couple of more fights with Johnson, you know that he's been in with some of the best in the world and is a former two-time champion. So again, this step up in class is proving to be more of a difficult fight at this stage right now in the fifth round than perhaps what the Prince Naseem Hammett is used to. And if Prince deviates from the game style that we've seen, you see how many times he's missing. Medina making him miss a lot of shots. He's landing some, but he's missing a lot. See Medina slip underneath that punch? Now inside, he hangs on, and the referee, Gino Rodriguez, is not going to allow him to hang on and hit. These are some of the things that you get away with in these fights that last 1 and 2 rounds. And when you talk about that, Naseem has only gone 12 rounds once in his career. He's gone 8 rounds once in his career. 6 rounds a couple of times, and everything else goes. And this is Medina's round. Prince working hard, but not doing anything real successfully. Another round for Medina. Just don't see that, but I think the judges can see that Medina is in the process of turning the fight around in his favor. Hammett is still out in front in this fight, but this is getting interesting. And this is what Naseem hasn't seen as a true world-class fighter like he's seen tonight. And he's not getting away with a lot of the things he can get away with less than world-class fighters. His leaping tactics, he's turning his back. And now look at this. Medina taunts him. Medina gaining more confidence with every round. And what he said he wanted to do was go to the body. That time he did it, and that time he executed it. These are the things to be looking for. The Prince doesn't have that real cocky look in his face anymore. He has more of a look of concern. And there's not as much showboating and not as much hot dogism. He's still awkward to fight. Southpaws are awkward anyhow. Naseem has landed 2 body shots, and according to PunchStat, Medina's landed 39. But the judges have these, but certainly Naseem is not executing what it means to be in against the world-class fighter. But remember, with his kind of power, one punch is still out in front. But the thing is leaning towards Medina as every minute goes by. Medina makes him miss again. You know, the wild shots that he got away with the amateurish type fighters, he's not getting away with tonight. Light one through, Medina eats it up. Medina bangs him with the left hand to the jaw. The Prince's jaw is hanging down now. And now he orders the Prince to a corner, and the referee asks the doctor to come in and check that cut that was opened up back in the second round. There's a fight stopped because of the cut. And the doctor... I'm not sure what the doctor said about adrenaline, but world championship fights, they don't have a lot of them in this area, and you wonder how much of a serious cut that they let go in a place like Las Vegas will they let go here in Dublin, Ireland. The cut is serious enough for the referee to want to have the doctor take a look at it, so that's a bad sign for Medina. All right, the bell ends round 6, and the cut does open up a little bit more as we go to the corner with the former champion, Manuel Medina. This is the 7th round. We're past the midsection of the fight. It's already a better fight than Prince Naseem Hamed thought it was going to be. Hamed trying to do everything he can to win this fight, and he'd like to get a shot on top of that eye to try to end this thing. And Medina's not giving it to him his way. You see in other fights where he's fought less than world-class fighters, Medina trying to switch this thing back in his favor again. Nice uppercut scored that time by the Prince. Blood begins to trickle from the face again of Medina, and now it's Medina with that look of pain on his face as the Prince world-class Medina. But the Prince, who, you know, you may say after losing what I thought the 4th, 5th, and 6th round, may be beginning to wilt, but he's showing no signs of that here in the 7th. He just landed 2 real vicious shots. Back again, and the blood from that right eye again. He stung him again. Prince lands the right hand, wild with the left hand. Medina tries to come back, but instead the Prince nails him again in that face. That eye is becoming more of a factor as time goes on. The Prince keeps whacking him on it. Just as I say that, he walks into a left hand. But look at these shots here. Prince throws a backhander and then tries to push his man down to the chin. Contrasting styles. An orthodox, tremendous former champ Manuel Medina. But he's fought them all in the division, where the Prince is really taking a step up. And right now he's executing to perfection like he did in the first 3 rounds. Medina was in the process with 4, 5, and 6 of taking it away. And now the Prince is really having it back his way. The bell ends the 7th round, actually in favor still of Medina, but the Prince is moving back up. So here we are in the 8th round, an area that I don't think Prince thought that he was coming to. Part of it definitely is fatigue. Medina a little frustrated at this stage because the Prince is back to his old style of the things were definitely not going his way with 4, 5, and 6. And he just got clipped pretty good that time and just grins it off. He has that attitude that you can just sense in the ring now that he is in command. He gets clipped pretty good, and the Prince comes right back and actually staggered Medina back on his heels. And really the first time in the fight, even though he was down in the 2nd round, he really is up on his toes. He goes to the body. Prince ducks underneath that one, bounces the left hand off that right eye again. Both guys working extremely hard. Both guys tremendous athlete and terrific condition for this fight. Medina goes back to the body. Prince comes in. Medina bangs the body again. Finally gets the Prince off it. An exciting guy to watch. He's forcing the fight now. Medina making him miss an awful lot. See the time remaining in this, the 8th round. Nothing fancy, but you didn't expect it to be that way. With the the Prince can nail the right hand. The mouthpiece went. But his tremendous conditioning kept him on his feet. He's still staggering. He's trying to show that he's not hurt. And now the referee calls timeout when they get his mouthpiece back. And the crowd boos. He really, I wonder, should he have stopped that action there, because this is a tremendous advantage to the Prince for them to stop and wash off his mouthpiece. And now right back to work. And the bell ends the 8th round. I scored the 8th round dead even, by the way. So I still got Hammond out in front by a couple points in this fight. He's showing one thing. Oh, he nails the former champion, and down he crumbles to the canvas. That's the second time he's been down in the fight as it counts up to 5 and 6 and now 7, and he's up for the 8 count. He walks forward, and let's see if the Prince can finish him off. He's heavy-handed. He hurt him again with the left hook. The Prince looking for the knockout. Medina able to tie him up a little bit inside. The Prince has dropped him twice in this fight, and he gets down that time, but I'm sure that'll be called a push. And it is a push as the referee waves it off. Look at the Prince trying to finish this fight off. Straight left hand gets through, looking to land the right hand. His power is in his left. While with the right hand is the champion. Look at him. Medina continues to come forward. And now the Prince is really exerting himself trying to end this fight. As I say that, he gets clipped with a straight left hand, which bounces his head back. Both of these guys want it so bad they can taste it. And that's what makes it for a great fight as he goes down for the second time. Counts up to 6 and 7, and he's up for the standing 8 count. And here we go again, down twice. Long looping hand again, and the Prince is trying to end this thing. He's trying to put this thing away. Prince loads up another shot. You see the time remaining in the 9th round. Medina tries to hold him off. Down once in the 2nd round, down twice here in the 9th. Inside of 20 seconds to go in the 9th round now. He's clipped again with a nice left hand. The right hand staggers the legs. And the Prince smiling at him. Very frustrating to have a guy hit you. He's got him hurt again in that corner. Medina hangs on. He's hit again. His legs almost buckle underneath him. I don't know how he's staying on his feet. The Prince carrying on, and the bell ends a terrific 9th round for Prince Naseem. Flips into the crowd. And here we go. When things weren't going his way through 4, 5, and 6, turned things around in the 7th, a tough 8th round, and then a terrific 9th round for him. With these 3 rounds to go, and he's headhunting now. He's trying to knock this guy out. Slow tomorrow and sore, but right now is when it counts. Naseem's only landed 4 body shots the entire fight. He's headhunting, and it's paying off. His fight style is paying off. He's not bothering the body at all in Medina. He knows Medina's well trained. He knows he probably can't hurt the body, so he's looking for his opportunity. And on 3 different occasions tonight, he's been able to drop the hammer and drop, consequently, Medina. Big left hand by Medina. And that shows you another thing about the Prince. He can take a shot. He's been hit 2 or 3 times in this fight, proving that he's got heart and courage. And when things were going bad for him, he was able to turn it around. Now he's loading up shots here. Medina tries to duck away. He was cut back in the 2nd round. Down once, down a couple more times in the 9th. We're in the 10th round, and it's all Naseem Hammond right now. Under a minute to go, as you see, under 50 seconds coming up here. All business is Naseem Hammond right now. And just as you try to get out of the way, you can drop a right hand on you just as fast. He hangs on. This is the way he avoids getting hit inside. He's absorbed all the body punishment that Medina has been able to exert, but the body punishment hasn't taken the steam out of the legs of Prince. 10th round in Hamid's favor. Naseem actually threw 39 in the 10th round, landed 17 for 43. So while Medina landed more punches, punched that in front of them. So they won't be influenced by that. They're going to be influenced more by the flow of the fight. Medina landed a shot as we're talking here, and kind of bounces the head back of the Prince. Well, Prince now brawling with this guy. You see what I mean? As Gino Rodriguez will say, watch your elbow. We're on the docks, and that's a perfect place to have a brawl. The Point Arena here in theater in Dublin, Ireland. The Prince is proving to me that he is, in fact, a world-class fighter. But other than that, the Prince has shined. And Medina, who said he wouldn't be frustrated by this guy, he'd like to just get somebody to hold him like it. What a piece of that. Nice shot landed again by Hamid. Prince ducks underneath. He does awkward things. He'll turn his back on you. He'll lunge at you. He'll leap at you with a left hook. He'll throw a straight right hand. He's very quick hands and extremely quick on his feet. Tom Johnson, the IBF Featherweight champion, thought that Medina would win this fight. But no, in fact, he's not winning this fight, in my opinion. Oh, he caught him again. Buckled the knees. And now he's got that cocky look in his face like, hey, it's coming, guy. I got your number. Bangs him behind the left ear. Looking to end the fight here. And it's all Prince Naseem Hamid. Hamid with a long looping left hand, trying to end the fight here in the 11th. You see the time remaining in the 11th round. The Prince has that cocky look in his face because he's scoring at will. Looping right catches him. Back with the left hand. He's chasing him now. Medina is definitely in the flow of the fight of the Prince. Wow, look at this guy. Comes with the uppercut. That's the way Mike Tyson throws him. Bends at the knees and throws him from a squatting position. That one just whistled past the nose. That one didn't. It landed. And the 11th round is by the boards. But that's a Prince Naseem Hamid 11th round. That's it. They've stopped the fight. It's all over. And the Prince has done it. Medina can take no more. The corner must have said that's it.